for updated schedules and team information. While you're there, click on the Bronx Country icon to watch archived episodes of our regionally televised show, Bronx Country. The show airs every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. statewide on the Time Warner Cable Sports Channel. Then you can get all of the latest info from the Bronx basketball teams directly from head coaches Dan Hitcher and Larry Tidwell by catching the coaches' shows weekly on 956sports.com. Fans, are you on your phone using social media? Then make sure you like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and check out video content at our YouTube page. While you're at it, you can also check in right here at the UTPA Fieldhouse on Foursquare. Fans, you can use your Facebook and Twitter accounts to help UTPA win $100,000 in scholarship money from the NCAA. All you have to do is use hashtag UTPA and hashtag 6FAN once per day on Twitter and Facebook. You can also vote online at ncaa.com/6FAN. If you do, you'll have a chance to win an iPad Air or an all-expenses-paid trip to the 2015 Final Four. Fans, between now and the end of January, make sure to follow @BackSports on Twitter and Western Athletic Conference on Facebook. By following the WAC, you will have the opportunity to participate in some great contests and win some amazing prizes, including WAC basketball tournament swag and tickets to this year's tournament.
Coming to you live from the UTPA Fieldhouse in the three-time All-American city of Edinburgh, this is Bronx basketball. Tonight, the Bronx take on the University of Missouri-Kansas City Kangaroos in WAC action. Start of a three-game homestand for the Bronx, as they'll face Chicago State on Saturday and New Mexico State a week from Saturday. Bronx coming off of a difficult two-game road swing up to Idaho and Seattle, two of the top teams in the conference, a team that won the conference tournament and the conference championship last year. Came away 0-2 from that trip, but the Bronx learned a lot. To find out exactly what they learned, we're going to turn it over right now to Bronx head coach Larry Tidwell.
Welcome back to Bronx pregame. It's the Coach's Corner. Jonah Goldberg with Bronx head coach Larry Tidwell. And Coach, you come off of an 0-2 road trip against two of the top teams in the conference. What did you learn about your team out there?
Well, we learned that both teams, we learned about the travels in the WAC is going to be tough. I mean, going into Idaho and going into Seattle, those are just really good programs, and it's a long way up there, so we're making adjustments on all of our travel. It was a tough trip to get up there and get back, and learned that both of those teams have big players, and especially they have big guards, and so that's one thing that, they'll go down and create mismatches, post us up. So we got to realize we're going to have to change some things in what we're trying to do here too if we're going to match up with people in the WAC, because everybody else also has big guards. And then we learned that we're not near as bad as what we might want to think we are. We matched up with Idaho really well and played them really off the. It was a great ball game, and we just didn't finish at the end. We battled them, and then on the tail end, on the second day of a road trip, second game of a road trip, you find out those are very, very hard. and Seattle was on fire, and you know there's a reason why they were picked #1 in the conference, and they're extremely good on the perimeter and good inside. They returned the WAC Player of the Year from last year, so we have our work cut out for us. This is a very tough conference, but I also learned that we've got a pretty good team.
Shante Goff led the team in scoring both games, and she showed that she could score against anybody.
Well, I tell you, she has. Didn't shoot the high percentage that we wanted. I mean, she wasn't on her game, but you know, and especially in Idaho, I think the altitude affected her a little bit. But she did battle, and I appreciate the fact she battled. And there's two things that we talk about all the time that we like on this team is we like our athleticism and we like our depth. And our bench had as much to do with us playing good as anybody. Our bench was very strong.
One player who came off the bench and played really well, Laquita Garner, season high 9 points against Seattle, 3 of 5 shooting from behind the arc. Do you think that she is starting to come back into the form that we remember pre-injury?
Well, I tell you, Laquita was she's just a good person, good player, and yeah, we're trying to get her back full speed, and she's getting close. She hit some threes that were deep. We got a lot of good play from Allie Hill, Raquel Preston. I mean, just those kids really balanced a lot of things out for us. And like I said, I like this team, and I like the fact that we are deep, and we're getting some good things across the board from everybody.
You come back home just in time for the first week of classes. The first week is always the most hectic week, with the exception perhaps of finals week of the semester. So did you change the schedules at all or manage the team any differently, knowing that everybody had to find their way around for class?
Well, you know, like I said, coming back the first week, just like you mentioned, is a tough week. They're getting adjusted again after having about, probably 4 or 5 weeks off, you know, from the academic end of it. But we're back in our routine now, so we don't have any excuses. We got to go out and play hard and see if we can get this team on a winning streak.
What can you tell us about Kansas City?
Kansas City is a very well-coached team that they have a senior that's averaging 20 a game, the point guard, and she can hit it inside, she can hit it outside. She's crafty. She makes everybody around her play better.
Kansas City is the top in points per game. They're the top offensive team in the WAC, but they also give up the most points of any team in the WAC. So offense versus defense, which is more important?
Well, I tell you, I like our offense. You know, I like our defensive game. Like I said, their offensive game, they're shooting extremely well, but you know, we're going to put some pressure on them that maybe other people can't put pressure on. And we're going to give them full court pressure, and we're going to see if we can make some things happen and put it in favor of the Bronx.
All right, Coach. Thanks a lot, and good luck.
Thank you.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Joe Goldberg riding with you as we get ready for the start of tonight's game between the UTPA Bronx and the UMKC Kangaroos. Time for the starting lineup, so we'll start with the visiting Roos. At the point guard position, a 5'8" senior out of San Francisco, California. Number 15, Elise O'Connor. At shooting guard, a 5'7" freshman out of Fort Smith, Arkansas. Number 20, Callie White. At small forward, a 6-foot redshirt senior out of Carrollton, Texas. Number 1, Kim Nezanya. At power forward, a 6-foot sophomore out of Overland Park, Kansas. Number 13, Taylor Leathers. And at center, a 6'1" freshman out of Plano. Number 21, Grace Mitchell. The head coach of the Kangaroos in her second season is Marcia Fries. She's assisted by Meredith Doyle, Danielle Groton, and Shannon Baugh. The Kangaroos enter this game with a record of 6-10, 2-1 in WAC play. The Roos have won their last 2 games. in a row. On the road this season, the Roos 1-6. As for those hosts, the UTPA Bronx, starting at the point guard position, a 5'7" junior out of Wichita, Kansas, number 14, Andrea Nolan. At shooting guard, a 5'6" junior out of Gardner, Kansas, number 3, Tanisha Walker. At small forward, a 5'8" freshman out of Copperas Cove, number 11, Shante Goff. At power forward, a 5'11" junior out of Midwest City, Oklahoma, number 20, Sherelle Price. And at center, a 6'1" junior out of Moline, Illinois, number 21, Brittany Bush. Head coach of the Bronx in his first season is Mr. Larry Tidwell. The associate head coach is John Ishii, and the assistant coaches are Anthony Anderson and Hannah Burleson. The Bronx enter this game with a record of 7-9, 1-2 in WAC play. Bronx have lost their last 2 in a row, both on the road. Bronx, though, are 4-1 at home this season. 1-0 conference play. They've won their last 2 home games. The officials for tonight's contest, Ernest Solis, Janie Muke, and Jack Jones. The Roos in their road black tops and bottoms with the navy blue numerals on the front and on the back in white trim. White last names on the back below the number, and the white words, or check that, the blue words, Kansas City in white trim across the front above the number. WAC in the same color scheme in the upper left-hand shoulder. There's some white striping along the shorts. The Bronx in their home white tops and bottoms with the green numerals on the front and on the back, orange trim. Green letters spelling out Bronx across the front above the number, also an orange trim. Orange trim around the neck. There's the green and orange WAC logo by the left shoulder, the Nike swoosh by the left hip. Bronx moving right to left, and the Kangaroos moving from left to right. Brittany Bush will take the tip for the Bronx against Nazanya. The tip is up. It is won by Bush, and we are underway with the Bronx in white, moving from right to left. Nolan with the basketball along the left wing. Pass it over to the right corner. Walker, quick trigger 3. Short, strong side rebound is knocked away. Foul. Sherelle Price, the culprit. And the Bronx are going to go into an immediate full court press. Coach Tidwell mentioned that this might happen during the pregame interview in the coach's corner. He said, you know, Kansas City got all sorts of opportunities. This was coming the other way. You know what? They didn't get it across in time. 10-second violation against White. Bronx ball. Kansas City leads the WAC in offense. They average 74.2 points per game, but they allow 75.5 points per game. And Coach Tidwell was mentioning that, you know, while there have been some teams that haven't been able to stop the Roos, the Bronx can do something that some teams can't or won't. And that's that full court press that Tidwell and the Bronx love to employ. Nazanya with the basketball inside, takes a walk. It's Bronx basketball. 42 seconds gone by, looking for the game's first points. Walker with the basketball on the right wing. Pass up to the top to Nolan. She'll set up the offense. Goff on the left wing. Cycles it to the right, comes in. Pass over to Price over his shoulder. Price coming back to the corner. Tries to pass and gets it off to Walker on the left wing. Now up to the top. Nolan with 5, with 4. Walker coming in. And there's Goff who hits the jumper. Shante Goff scores the game's first points. It's 2-0. 18:40 to play in the first. Attempt at an answer doesn't go in. A rebound Bush. Here come the Bronx. Nolan along the right wing. Pass up top. That's Price. Back to Nolan. Sends it inside to Bush. Uncontested layup. Oh, the Bronx are happy to have Bush back in the lineup. Return during the road trip, was coming off the bench. Now back in the starting lineup. The Bronx lead 4-0. Just about 2 minutes gone by. Walker just picked up her first foul. Elise O'Connor inbounds. Gets it back at the top. Zanya has her pass knocked away by Bush. Back we go the other way. Nolan pushing it all the way down the court. Pass out to the left wing, Goff. Launches it inside. That's Bush. In the lane, throws it up. No good. Rebound pulled in by Nazanya. Back we go the other way. O'Connor across the timeline. Comes in, spins past Walker, throws it up. No good. A rebound, Bush. Outlet pass. That's Goff. One-on-one to the basket. Spins past her defender. Throws it up and in. Pretty move, Shante Goff. And the Bronx lead 6-0. 2.5 minutes into this one. Brittany Bush just got whistled for her first foul. That's already 3 on the Bronx, none on the Roos. And Zanya heads to the line for free throws, a chance to give the Roos their first points of the game. Nothing but net. Zanya, a 66% free throw shooter. As a team, the Roos at 79%. That's pretty good. Both shots good. 17-10 to play. Bronx lead is 6-2. Goff with the basketball on the left wing. Gives the bounce to the top. That's out to Nolan. Goff the pull-up. Short. Strong side rebound to Zanya. Here comes Kansas City. Zanya for a long 2 at the top. Off the back iron. Rebound Walker. Walker fires it up ahead to Goff. Goff will slow it down. Bounce to Nolan at the top. Jasmine Thompson will check into the next dead ball. There's the 3 up, doesn't fall. Rebound Nazanya, she's cleaning up down there. That's 3 boards for Nazanya already. O'Connor races it in. Gets stopped at the block. Ball cycles around to White at the top. White comes in along the baseline, and Bush taps the ball out of her hands. Goes out of bounds off of Kansas City, so it'll be Bronx basketball with 16:05 to play. Cheryl Price takes the seat, Jasmine Thompson in. Tonisha Walker back to the bench. Alexandria Hill is into the game. Hill has been playing really well. She is among the WAC leaders in 3-pointers. And she launches a 3 and hits it. Well, that's what you expect to see out of Alexandria Hill. She's almost a 3-point specialist. When she launches them, they generally go in. The Bronx lead 9-2. .5 minutes to play. Bronx racing down quickly. Hill got it again, doesn't take it, pass to Goff, now out to Nolan. Comes inside, Bush throws it up, doesn't fall. Rebound to Zanya. White, pull-up jumper, doesn't go, rebound tip. Pulled in by Mitchell, who throws it up, doesn't go in. Rebound Thompson, Bronx basketball. Here they come. Nolan, right wing Hill, quick trigger 3, short. Rebound pulled in by Kansas City. Dump off to O'Connor. Shot underneath, hits off the bottom of the backboard, but a foul and over the back, and free throws coming up when we return. 14:45 to play in the opening half. The Bronx are out to a 9-2 lead. This is Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tax Sales Event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales Event at South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
Bronx off to a torrid start here at the UTPA Fieldhouse. And it's not as much their offense as it is their defense, a point we hit on during the coach's corner. Bronx 4 for 11 from the field, 36%. They've scored 9 points. Okay. But they've held Kansas City 0 of 7 from the field. Their only points coming on free throws. And they're going right back to the line right now with Elise O'Connor, who's an 87% free throw shooter, tops on the team. That's at 149 attempts. My goodness. She's 130 for 149. But she misses on the first. Kaylin Boyd's in for UTPA off the timeout. DeAndre Nolan gets a rest. She misses both. Wow, I don't know how often that happens for O'Connor. I mean, you've only missed 19, well now 21 in 151 attempts. Bronx obviously happy that happened, but when the ball went out, it stayed Kansas City ball. So Kansas City's going to get another opportunity to score. 0 for 7 from the field are the Roos. O'Connor. Pass to Zanya. Mitchell at the top. Comes in, pops, doesn't fall. Rebound Thompson, Kansas City 0 of 8. Boyd. Ball cycles to the corner, that's Hill, kicks it out to Thompson, now back to Boyd with 20. Boyd with the lob to Bush. Bush backs it in, into the lane, finds her way around her defender, layup doesn't go. Rebound, tipped out of bounds, it's Kansas City ball. Brittany Bush takes a seat. Keani Clark is into the game for UTPA. Lauren Dudding is in for Kansas City. O'Connor trying to get past Boyd, can't. Boyd sticks with her along the wing. Now O'Connor tries to move again. Boyd gets in her way, gets knocked to the ground. They call the blocking foul. That's going to lead to more free throw attempts for Kansas City. 2 of 4 from the line today are the Roos. O'Connor's 0 for 2. Again, entered an 87% free throw shooter. Wow, she just missed her third. I'm going to look through her game-by-game stats. I'm kind of curious if she's ever missed 3 in a game before now. She makes that one. And I don't mean to, just keep harping on that point. She's really good at shooting free throws. I mean, it's a point that Coach Ish made to me during the week when I was talking to him about this game. I think he said it on Bronx Country too. And Clark comes inside, walks around her defender, misses on the layup. The rebound, offensive to Clark, throws it up, no good, but a foul. I'm just trying to illustrate how rare it is that she misses free throws. In fact, okay, so she had a 12 of 15 game. It's 80%. So there was a 3 miss at Missouri November 26th, and then she had a 4 miss. She went 3 for 7 at Southeast Missouri State. But she's also had games of 17 for 19, 10 for 12, 13 for 15, 7 for 7, 8 for 8, 8 for 8 3 times, 6 for 6 once. First basket for the Roos. They had been 0 of 9 from the field. Now 1 of 10. As Nazanya puts it at 9-5. O'Connor picks up her first foul. Boyd races inside. Underhand scoop doesn't go. Rebound, Clark throws it up and in. Yanni Clark with the layup. Bronx up 11-5. Twelve and a half minutes to play in the first. White comes in, draws contact. It's on Boyd. Here's a fun fact about O'Connor. Almost half of her scoring has come from the line this year. She's averaging 20.1 points per game. She's averaging 11.9 points per game on field goals. So you turn that around, call it 12, and that means she's averaging about 8 points per game on free throws. Offensive foul, Bronx ball with 12-12 to play in the first. Bronx up 6. Goff. Up corner, Walker. Bounce it down low to Thompson. Works her way in, throws it up short. Rebound offensive. Nope, Bush threw it into a crowd, and Kansas City picks it up. O'Connor. Pass to her left. It's Dunning. Miss on the shot. And a rebound, Bronx. Quickly ahead to Thompson, who lays it in. Jasmine Thompson puts the Bronx up 13-5. O'Connor on the baseline. Offensive foul, and it's Bronx basketball when we return. 11 minutes and 8 seconds to play in the opening half. The Bronx out to a 13-5 lead. This is Bronx basketball.
Madness is calling. The 2014 WAC Men's and Women's Basketball Tournament. March 12th through the 15th at Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. 16 teams battle through the brackets on their way to the big dance. Be there to see who will go home the big winner.
Ticket packages on sale now at utpabronx.com.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission. Aggie up.
Bronx Country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 11 minutes left in the first half, and the Bronx out to a 13-5 lead. Jasmine Thompson tries the jumper from the corner along the baseline, doesn't go. Rebound Ruse. Bronx have played some excellent defense. Held the Kangaroos 0 for their first 9. And now 1 for their first 12. Goff misses on the 3. Of course, the Bronx are 6 for 19. Mitchell comes in as their pocket picked. Goff off to the races, coming in 2-on-2, lays it up and in. Bronx up 10 midway through the first half. O'Connor, matchup with Walker, moves right. Sends it up top. Mitchell works her way in. Walker tried to steal it away, fell down. Now it comes to Leathers, who races in, misses the layup, gets the rebound, puts it up, no good but a foul. Coach Tidwell just throws his hand in the air and pushes it forward.
Personal foul on number 21, Brittany Bush, for second, team 7. At the line for Kansas City, number 13, Taylor Leathers.
Leathers at the line, misses on the first off the back iron. Ruse 3 of 7 from the line now, and 1 of 13 from the field, including 0 of 3 from behind the arc. They have started off ice cold, and despite that, very much within striking distance. Second one rattles in. It's 15-6. Lasagna in for Leathers. Nolan brings it down for the Bronx. Price at the top, launches the 3. No good, rebound is grabbed by O'Connor. O'Connor loses it, but keeps bouncing, so she grabs it and continues to take the ball forward. Bounce ahead to Lasagna. Works her way in, walks into the lane, misses on the shot. And on the rebound, a whistle. A couple of officials are going to discuss it. And you know what? They're going to go to the replay monitor to check on the call, I guess. What I don't know is if they're checking to see if it was a foul, because they didn't call a foul. And it's saying, well, maybe it was a foul, or maybe it's an inadvertent whistle. And then if it is a foul, they have to see active shooting or on the floor. Well, it looks like they figured it out just as quickly as they've gone to the monitor. Still haven't signaled a foul, so I'm guessing it becomes an inadvertent whistle. Quick inbounds, nice play by Lasagna. The lack of foul, you know, it's funny. the inadvertent whistle effectively, and the replay allowed the teams to go back to their benches so Kansas City could set up that play. That's a set play that you play off of an inbound. An offensive foul against the Bronx. It's Kansas City ball. It's 15-8. 8:44 to play in the opening half. O'Connor across the timeline. A chant of "Let's go defense" begins from the Bronx faithful. Traveling on Dunning, it's Bronx basketball. Bronx in a bit of a drought. Bronx jumped out to a 9-2 lead the first 4 minutes and 5 seconds. Over the last 8 minutes, though, they've scored 6 points. Came in a 2 minute and 20 second span. Haven't scored in a good 2 minutes. Hauser called for a foul. Her first, that's 4 on Kansas City. Raquel Preston and Jasmine Thompson out. By way of comparison, the Bronx have 8 fouls already. 8:10 to go in the first. Inbounds to Walker. Gets it out to Nolan at the top. Ball the right corner, Walker. Bounce along the baseline, Price. Spins, cannot get past her defender, so throws it up over her defender, doesn't fall. A rebound pulled in by Nazanya, that's her 6th. In fact, we go the other way. Ball inside, Hauser, turnaround, jumper, doesn't fall. The rebound, Preston. Here come the Bronx. Nolan, head to Goff. Along the baseline, throws it up and in! Shante Goff. And Kansas City wants a timeout. With 7:31 to play, it becomes the media timeout, so we'll step aside. This is Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse, and right off the timeout, O'Connor hits the deuce. Bronx lead is cut to 17-10. 7:15 to play. Up at Municipal Auditorium in Kansas City, the men's team has a 15-10 lead over UMKC. Goff can't hold on to the dribble, goes out of bounds. And it becomes Kansas City ball. Dunning takes the seat. White back in for Kansas City. Bronx going full court press. An errant pass, then a near drop of the ball, but Kansas City retains, and White brings it up the court. Matched up with Goff, Bronx man to man. O'Connor to her left, lobs it in to Nolan, but she plays for the Bronx, so that's a turnover. Up to Goff, races into the hoop, lays it in, double figure, Shante Goff, she's got 10. The Bronx lead 19-10. O'Connor along the left wing in front of the Bronx bench. O'Connor with space for a long two, and she hits it. O'Connor's heating up. The Bronx lead is cut to 19-12. Goff spins her way in, throws it up, and hits. Shante Goff is on fire. She's got as many points as the Roos. It's 21-12. You know, before the game, Goff was taking extra shooting. She was here before 5 o'clock taking extra shots, and they appear to have paid off. Air ball on Kansas City. A rebound by Price. Here comes UTPA. Nolan to Preston. No look to Walker, right wing for three. Yes! Tanisha Walker from downtown. The Bronx are doubling up the Roos. It's 24-12. 5.5 minutes to play. And I started setting up while Goff was taking her extra shooting, and she was hitting everything from everywhere. Ooh, over the backboard and out of bounds. Bronx ball. 5:16 to play. Shante Goff gets a well-deserved rest. Nolan and Walker to the bench as well. Walker just hit that big three. Nolan's done a nice job running the point today. Kaylin Boyd is in, Alexandria Hill is in, Jasmine Thompson is in. Really shows the depth the Bronx have. All those players could be starting. That's a good problem to have. Boyd misses on the right wing three. Thompson offensive board. Bucket in the foul! JT!
Personal foul on number 21, Grace Mitchell, her first team's fifth.
Grace Mitchell picks up her first foul. 5 on Kansas City. Thompson's headed to the line. Attempting the Bronx first free throw of the game. Misses it. An offensive rebound underneath by Preston. Pass out to Thompson. To the top to Price. Back out to Boyd. She'll start up the offense. The Bronx have attempted 1 free throw. Kansas City's attempted 8. But the Bronx lead by 14. 4:40 to go in the first. Thompson is 15 on the shot clock. Right wing Hill to her right to Boyd. Lobs it in for Price. Turnaround jumper. Goes in! Effectively a 4-point play. It's 28-12 Bronx. Bronx on a 9-0 run over the last 2 minutes. White. Mitchell. Leathers. White. For Nazanya, stolen by Thompson. Here comes UTPA. Hill for 3, NBA range. She got it! Oh, look at the range! You could put a Hill in front of her, she'd hit it. She could hit it from Alexandria, Virginia, from Alexandria, Egypt. There's nowhere outside of Alexandria's Hill range. The Bronx lead 31-12 with 3:57 to play. Timeout, Kansas City. It becomes our media timeout. We'll step aside with the Bronx on a 12-0 run. This is Bronx basketball.
Madness is calling. The 2014 WAC Men's and Women's Basketball Tournament. March 12th through the 15th at Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. 16 teams battle through the brackets on their way to the big dance. Be there to see who will go home the big winner.
Ticket packages on sale now at UTPABronx.com. Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 3:57 to play. The Bronx on a 12-0 run, up 31-12, and still going full court press. They are trying to put their foot down and end the game here. The first to foul on Jasmine Thompson. Bronx 9th. One-on-one coming up. Bronx have played stifling defense today. Their offense has been pretty good. Bronx shooting 47% and holding Kansas City 4 of 20, 20%. Leathers hits her first free throw. She'll get a second. That breaks the 12-0 run. But these next 3:48 are critical, because either the Bronx can get stagnant and maintain, they can build on that lead and push this game potentially out of reach, or Kansas City can go on a run and have the momentum going into the half. Thompson along the baseline. Misses on the jumper. The rebound, Kansas City. Foul. Say this, Kansas City's doing a good job of getting to the line. Bronx have only had one attempt. Kansas City's already had 10. They're 6 of 10. And 2 more coming up after the foul on Keani Clark. So Dudding heads to the line for her first attempts, and misses wide right. Dudding now 8 of 13 for the line this season. Second one wide right as well. Rebound Clark. Here come the Bronx. Boyd up top for 3. Off the front iron. The rebound tipped. And as Nazanya falls to the ground, she gets... Clark gets called for a push. The Bronx are over the limit. They've committed twice as many fouls as Kansas City. That's 2 on Clark. And that means free throws for Kansas City, and if they're going to get back into this game, it's going to be from the line, because that's the one place that they're getting to the Bronx aren't. Zanya 2 for 2 from the line today. 6 points, 8 boards. Off the back iron on the first. Second one is good. Clark takes a seat with 2 fouls. Bronx lead is cut to 31-15. 3 minutes left. Boyd gets tripped up. She gets kneed. Evans picks up her first foul. That's 6 on Kansas City. Bronx will inbound stage left of the basket. Thompson fires it out to Boyd near the right wing. Gives it to Thompson, driving baseline, hop, skip, and a shot. Doesn't fall, gets her own rebound, throws it up and in. 33-15 UTPA. O'Connor, right elbow, got it. Well, at least O'Connor has 7. Nizania has 7. The other 3 from Leathers, and that is all of the scoring for Kansas City. Nizania, look at that, Kansas City's going on a little run. They're within 14. 2 minutes to go in the half. Thompson kicks it out to right, left wing for 3. No good, and on the rebound, another foul assessed to UTPA. This time it's Hill, she's got 2. Two more free throws coming up for Kansas City. 7 of 14 from the line today. And I'll tell you, that's 50%. The Roos shoot 79% for the season entering today. Dutting off the front iron, off the top of the backboard, and it doesn't fall in. If they were shooting their regular percentage, this would be a pretty close game. Seven of 16 now are the Roos from the line. That's 44%. Walker to the top to Boyd. I mean, they're shooting 27% from the field. They're 6 of 22. Yeah, if they were hitting their free throws, this would be a tight contest. As it is, Kansas City's on a little bit of a run. A 7-2 run over the last 2 minutes. That's how they pulled within 14. They had been down 19. Thompson misses Boyd. The rebound, throws it up. No good, but a foul. And now Boyd's going to head to the line. Foul number 8 on Kansas City. That's 2 free throws coming up for Boyd. First is good. Second is good. (35-19). Minute left in the half. Dutting, NBA 3, off the back iron. Rebounds tipped, it's loose and out of bounds. Ooh! And into the stanchions, and the first row of seats goes white. She didn't go down too hard though. The stanchions kind of braced her fall, and a few fans immediately ran over to help her up and try and catch her. Goodness, those stanchions were there to slow it down. (35-19), 49 seconds left. Walker misses on the jumper. Roos with the rebound. 12-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Nazanya lays it in. $20 seconds left. Bronx lead is 14. They'll hold out for the last shot. Kansas City 6 for their last 12 from the field after opening the game 1 for 12. That's quite a change. 4 seconds left. Right, 3. Left corner, Nolan, open 3. Rounded out. Oh, that ball had eyes to fall. But we go into the half with the Bronx 35-21. We'll take a timeout. Coming up on the halftime report, we'll take a look at some of your first half stats, and then we'll show you a little bit of this week's edition of Bronx Country. This is Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. Bronx at the half. The score is 35-21 Bronx. Take a look at some of the first half numbers. We'll start with Kansas City, where Kim Nazanya already has the double-double. 11 points, 10 rebounds, 4 of 9 shooting, and a steal. She has hit 4 of the 7 Kansas City buckets. Elise O'Connor has hit the other 3. She has 7 points, 3 of 7 shooting. Three points for Taylor Leathers, and that is all of the scoring for Kansas City. Kansas City 7 of 24 from the field, 29%, 0 of 4 from behind the arc, and 7 for 16 from the line. That's 44%. 24 boards, 6 offensive, compared to 21 and 7 for UTPA. The Bronx led in scoring by Shantae Goff. Game high 12 points, 6 of 9 from the field. The board and a steal. 6 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist for Jasmine Thompson. 6 points, Alexandria Hill. 3 points for Tanisha Walker. 2 points each for Sherelle Price. Brittany Bush has 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Kaylin Boyd and Kiani Wright, who also has 3 rebounds, 2 offensive. Bronx 15 of 38 from the field, that's 40%. 3 of 13 from behind the arc, and 2 of 4 from the line. Points in the paint, Bronx 16, Ruse 8. Points off turnovers, the Bronx 12, the Ruse with 4. Second chance points, Bronx 10, Ruse 5. Fast break points, Bronx 6, Ruse 2. Bench, Bronx have 16 points off the bench, the Ruse don't have any. There's not been a lead change, there has not been a tie. We give you all these numbers, but the only ones that matter. 35-21, the Bronx lead the Kangaroos at the half. One out-of-town score to get you caught up on with 3:25 to play in the first half up in Kansas City. The men's team with a 33-22 lead over UMKC. Well, as you surely know by now, the Bronx have their own regionally televised sports show. It airs every week. It's called Bronx Country. It airs Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel throughout Texas. It airs Fridays at 11 a.m. on Comcast Sportsnet Houston. Throughout the week on McAllen Cable Network and Far Television, as well as 956sports.com. You'll also find it on our YouTube channel. Well, we're going to show you a clip right now. This is Bronx Country, folks. UTPA men's and women's basketball in action against Idaho and Seattle. We'll see how they did. We take you inside the Bronx father-son coaching duo, and with the spring upon us, we preview the upcoming tennis and track and field seasons. This is Bronx Country. Welcome to Bronx Country. I'm Jonah Goldberg. This week it was the UTPA men's basketball team's turn to play their first WAC home games, hosting Idaho and Seattle. Idaho came to town first, and this was a game that was full of quirks while becoming an instant classic. Our first highlight comes before the opening tip. The Bronx assessed a team technical during warm-ups, so Glenn Dean goes to the line, makes 1 of 2 free throws, and it's 1-0 Vandals. That's going to be important later. The Vandals jumped out to a quick 11-point lead. Now they're up 10 with 7 minutes to go in the half, and Javon Farrell provides a spark. Brings the Bronx within 8. Less than a minute later, Hurley Johnson gets the Bronx within 6. Lori Toivonen brings the Bronx within 4. And then Jamal Dantzler explodes onto the scene. This layup brings the Bronx within 2. And this one ties the game at 31 with 2 minutes left in the half. Almost halftime, Bronx down 5. Dantzler from the corner at the buzzer. Bronx within 36-34. First possession of the second half, Jack Hines hits the layup, draws the foul, and nails the free throw. The Bronx have their first lead. It's 37-36. Idaho responded with a 14-4 run to push their lead out to 9, but Hines is on the case. This layup makes it a 7-point game, and this layup makes it a 3-point game. Now, the Bronx pulled within 1 on a few occasions, starting with a couple of free throws by Shaq Boga that made it 54-53 with a little over 8 minutes left. Then Farrell brings the Bronx within 59-58 and 61-60 with 2 sets of free throws. And then, with under 3 minutes to play, we're back to Boga. Brings the Bronx within 63-62. Next time down the court, Bronx down 3, and this time, Boga pulls up from long distance and ties the game. 65-65. Now you might remember Jamal Dantzler scored 7 points at the end of the first half. Well, now it's the second half, and it's late in the game. Puts the Bronx up 67-65. 4.4 seconds left in regulation, Bronx lead cut to 1. Dean goes for 2 from the line, hits 1, so we're going to overtime. 2 minutes left in overtime, and look at Hines. Puts the Bronx up 70-69. 9.9 seconds left in overtime, Bronx down 1. Hines at the line, goes 1 for 2, ties the game. Idaho had a chance to win it, but Mike Scott misses. Farrell the rebound, throws up the half-court heave, and oh so close. but we're going to a second overtime. And the Bronx showed a spurt of offensive energy right out of the gate. Farrell with the layup here. Boga hits a jumper to put the Bronx up 4 with 3:09 left. It's their first 2-possession lead of the game. And then, 1 minute later, it's Boga again. Gives the Bronx their largest lead of the game at 81-75. The Vandals chipped away. Within 2 with 4 seconds left, Pauline Mapale goes for the line, hits 1 of 2, but the Vandals get the rebound. And after a timeout, watch Perion Calendret by the right elbow. Draws his defender away and then finds the lane for the bank shot. Puts the Vandals on top 86-85 with half a second left. And that turned out to be the final score. Before Bronx reached double figures in scoring, Javon Farrell had a huge game, recording his second double-double with 22 points, a career-high 17 rebounds, a season-high 7 assists, and 2 steals in 45 minutes. The 17 rebounds were the most by a WAC player in a game this year. Each of the Shacks scored 19 points. Dantzler finished with 10.
It's a great way to learn from, great thing to learn from, you know what I'm saying, a heartbreaking loss. Every play matter, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's like, oh, if I'd have made that free throw. So the whole team is kind of, we all can get better. We all missed free throws. We all had a couple crucial turnovers. We all had defensive breakdowns. So we all can get better from this.
It's definitely frustrating, but we know it's another game. So we just got to keep our heads up and keep fighting and get better.
You know, it's not effort problems, it's mental errors.
No rest for the weary, as 45 hours later, the Bronx found themselves hosting Seattle. And just like against Idaho, out of the gate, the Bronx find themselves down 11, but then Alex Majewski buries the 3. A little later on, Hurley Johnson hits the layup, and then Javon Farrell gets a bucket of his own. Bronx down 18-9. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Shaq Hines with the layup. Bronx back within 8. And then with under 3 minutes left in the half, Jamal Dantzler hits a jumper to bring the Bronx within 24-17. That's as close as they got, as the Red Hawks roll to a 64-46 win. Farrell led the Bronx with 14 points on 4 of 8 shooting. Also led the Bronx in assists with 4. Hines finished just shy of a double-double with 9 points and 9 rebounds.
Our defense was fine. We played good defense. It's the problem right now is just putting the basketball in the hole. We played good. They were bigger. We held them to 1 shot most of the night. So we did a good job defensively, and we didn't let them run their stuff. And the number 1 kid, the leading scorer in the conference, he didn't go off for a crazy big night. He had 35 a couple games ago. So, I mean, we did a good job containing them on defense. It's just we got to get it going offensively as a team.
They want to come out and play well for these people, and they're just nervous and can't get going. And all at once you look up and you're down 11-0 again, and this time you couldn't battle it back. We had some opportunities in the second half where we got it down to about 12-13, but couldn't knock a couple down and get Seattle to any point where they felt like they were nervous.
Here's a look at the WAC standings. New Mexico State, Utah Valley, and Chicago State, the remaining undefeateds. Chicago State is one of the Bronx's next 2 opponents. They meet Saturday afternoon. But first, the Bronx have a date at Kansas City on Thursday. One thing you may have noticed in the Seattle game is that the Bronx weren't the only team in the fieldhouse to employ a father-son coaching duo. The Bronx have Dan Hipsher as the head coach, his son Andy, the associate head coach. As for Seattle, though, it's the son, Cameron Dollar, who is the head coach, while the father, Donald Dollar, is the assistant. It's an arrangement that Dan Hipsher wouldn't necessarily mind being a part of sometime down the road.
Hopefully that becomes the case. He's a deserving kid, and I think he'll be a head coach someday.
For now, though, Hipsher is just happy to be able to work with his son.
Well, it's great because I think he's pretty good at what he does. Having your son on staff only keeps your wife happy, but in terms of being a coach, Andy's got a great base. You know, he's worked with some great coaches, Bob Knight, Lon Kruger, Stan Heath, been around the recruiting thing in some great environments. And so really from recruiter to floor coach to game prep to the whole parts of the program, he's well prepared and does a very good job in his field, and I'm proud of him for it.
This isn't the first time the Hipshers have worked together. Andy played for Dan at Akron, which was a great experience for both of them.
I think the fact that that I could play took care of a lot of that favoritism part of things, and I knew coming into it that when it came down to favoritism or getting the benefit of the doubt, that wasn't going to happen, because that's just the part of the situation that isn't fair to other players on the team. If me being the coach's son, I'm getting the benefit of the doubt here or there. So I knew that coming in, and that didn't bother me one bit. And I knew I had to earn everything that I got, and I think that's the way it should be, and that's how it was. And that had no effect on me, and I had a really, really good experience playing for my father.
That was probably tougher at times, because you get demanding probably more on him than you do the other kids. So and then Andy went through a lot of injuries, but it was a great experience. He was a heck of a player for us. I think he's top 10 or 12 in all the Akron statistical categories, and did a great job and had a great career. And it was fantastic to have him around and be coaching him and his brother.
To be able to have played for him and now coach with him, it's a unique opportunity and experience.
When Andy learned of the opportunity to coach with his dad, it was a no-brainer for him.
Oh, that was everything in my decision, was being able to work alongside him. And like I said, I've been around him a lot and learned a lot, but I haven't been on the same staff as him. And when you're playing for him as a head coach, you see things differently than when you're coaching with them. And it's been an extremely valuable experience thus far, and I know it's only going to get better, and I'm only going to learn more. And I've learned a lot on other staffs, and it's just awesome to be with a great coach and learn from him, but then also, obviously, he's family.
Well, I still look at him.
If you want to see how that story ends and the rest of Bronc Country this week and every week, make sure you watch it on the UTPA Athletics YouTube channel, on 956sports.com, or on one of the many, many TV options that we talked about earlier in the half. But it's now time for the start of the second half. They switch sides of the court. The Roos moving from right to left. The Broncs moving from left to right. Broncs up 35-21. Held Kansas City 0 of their first 9 and 1 for their first 12 from the field. Kansas City hit 6 of their final 12 shots of the half, though. All of it coming from Nizania, who has a double-double already, and O'Connor. The two of them are combined 7 of 16. The rest of the team, 0 of 8. Cheryl Price just picked up her second foul. It's the first foul against anybody in the half. Broncs on the other end, they've been going on runs. They've been a little streaky during the game, but shooting about 40%. Shante Goff's got 12. Nizania inside, walks past her defender, faked out Nolan, and then got the layup in. And it's 35-23. Nolan, the right wing, Goff. Top to Nolan. Inside to Bush, and goes between her legs. She can't hold on. Picked up by Mitchell. Here come the Roos. O'Connor. Hand off White. White moving to her left. Gets the screen. Nolan sticks with her. 13 on the shot clock. O'Connor directing traffic from the corner with 8, with 7, 6. Takes the 2, no good, and the rebound is out of bounds. Off the leg of Goff. Nice job by, I was trying to see who it was. I couldn't tell if it was Nizania or Mitchell who jumped in to bat that ball. I think it was Mitchell. As it was going out, off the Roos, she batted it off of Goff to make sure it would remain Kangaroos' ball. It's a good play. White has the basketball, top of the key. Left wing O'Connor. Walker quickly out to contest her. O'Connor steps to her left, tries the 2, and it bounces around and goes in. 35-25. Kangaroos within 10. Goff moving to her right, back to her left. Kicks it out to Nolan. We'll start up a play with 12, 11, and 10. Goff throws it over her defender and rolls off the rim. The rebound to Zanya. Zanya runs it up the court herself. Passes it off to White. Top to O'Connor. She can start the offense. Coming the other way. Offensive foul. Second on Zanya. Each team with one in this half. Nolan, left wing Goff. Goff gets pushed on the way in. It'll be an inbound stage right to the basket. Goff inbounds Nolan. Left wing Goff. Ball to Bush. As the ball knocked out of her hands by Nazanya and out of bounds. Nolan, right wing Goff for three. Off the back iron, the rebound is batted towards the scorer's table out of bounds, and it's Kansas City ball. O'Connor at the top. Backs it up, moves to her right. Top of the key to Zanya. Left wing Dudding. Top to White with 8, 7. White walks in, throws it up with the left hand, doesn't go. Offensive rebound, Kansas City. All the right wing Dudding. Up to O'Connor at the top. O'Connor steps in, back out with 20. Shot doesn't go, but a foul.
Personal foul is on number 1, Jasmine Thompson, her third, team second of the half. At the line for Kansas City is number 1, Kim Mazanya.
Misses on the first as Nazanya. Nazanya off the front iron. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Bronx ball. Nice try by, let's see who it was Dudding? Yeah. Dudding went diving for the ball, ended up 7 feet away from the court to try and save it.
It is Bronx basketball.
16 minutes left in this ball game. Bronx lead is 35-25. Nolan to Walker. Thompson turnaround jumper. Doesn't go. Rebound O'Connor. Right wing. White hits the three. The Bronx lead is cut to 7. Bronx have led by as many as 19. It was 31-12. Since then, it's a 16-4 run, but Jasmine Thompson takes care of that. Buries the 3. The Bronx lead is back into double figures. And another answer. O'Connor. Nolan. Left wing Goff. Heavy pressure from Leathers. Pass to the corner. Thompson trolls the baseline, throws it up. Off the window, misses, gets it back, puts it up, and in! Board in a bucket, Jasmine Thompson. Bronx lead is again 10. Thompson's in double figures. She's got 11.6 boards. Quick trigger 3 from White, too strong. Bush the rebound. Back we go the other way. Pass to Nolan. Coach Tidwell screaming, let's go. Walker to Nolan, right wing. 14 minutes left. We're left to Thompson. Thompson travels. And it'll be Ruse ball when we return. 13:53 to play, and the Bronx lead is 40-30. You're watching Bronx basketball.
Madness is calling. The 2014 WAC Men's and Women's Basketball Tournament. March 12th through the 15th at Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. 16 teams battle through the brackets on their way to the big dance. Be there to see who will go home the big winner.
Ticket packages on sale now at UTPABronx.com.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 13:40 to go. The Bronx lead has been cut to 10. It's 40-30. Goes out of bounds. Turnover, and here comes Kansas City, and a quick whistle foul against Keani Clark, who holds her palms up, wondering what the call is.
Substitution for the Bronx, number 21, Brittany Bush, replaces number 40, Keani Clark.
Brittany Bush back in, Clark takes a seat. Bronx setting up in a 1-2-2 zone. Ball inside, Nazanya misses the layup. Offensive rebound though, comes back to Nazanya, spins away from Thompson, misses the layup again. This time Bush the rebound. Here come the Bronx. Nolan racing in, Over to Goff. Back to Nolan, left wing. Fires it to Bush down low, throws it up, and it won't fall. Rebound, Kansas City. Out of bounds. Bronx ball.
In for the Bronx is number 15, Kaylin Boyd. Replacing number 14, Tiandria Nolan.
Kaylin Boyd in, Tiandria Nolan out. Hill. Goff. Goff racing in, throws it up, off the window and in. 42-30. Barnwell. White. Fires it in to Lasagna, out to Barnwell at the top. Barnwell. O'Connor, left corner, long two. It's good. And it's back at 10. Or check that. It's at 9. 42-33. Goff left wing for three. No good. Rebound O'Connor. Barnwell for three. Left corner. Rattles out. Rebound grabbed by Bush. Head to Goff. Here comes UTPA. Goff racing to the lane. Throws it up. Tried the bank. Didn't go. Rebound Kansas City. Oh, it is 32. I was right before. But now it's 34. Another basket for O'Connor. O'Connor's got 15. Yazania 13 and 13. As Goff misses on the three from the left wing. Thompson the board, misses the jumper to rebound Yazania. 10:45 to play. And Yazania misses a three. I think that's our first long-range shot. Been dominating inside, though. Goff coming in, kicks it out to Boyd at the top of the right wing. Hill thought about it, didn't. Now up top to Boyd. Boyd comes in, stops, feeds Bush alone, right side, hits the shot. Bronx up 10, 44-34, and a timeout for Kansas City. Becomes a media timeout. So we'll step aside with 10:21 to play, and the Bronx up 10. This is Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tag cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tag sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 10:21 to play. The Bronx lead is 44-34 in a full court press. O'Connor bounce to the right. Over to Dudding. Back to O'Connor. 10 minutes even left. O'Connor pull-up jumper does not fall. Preston was trying for the rebound. She gets pushed while doing it. That's a foul, and it's Bronx ball. When we return, because we just, guess not. We just had immediate timeout. Now, normally the first coach's timeout of the second half replaces the first immediate, becomes immediate timeout as Hill launches a three, misses wide left. Rebound Roos. One of the new rules this year, though, is that if a coach calls a timeout within 30 seconds before the immediate timeout or right after the immediate timeout, they turn it into the media timeout. So I guess shot good plus a foul. I guess that the interpretation is that because it was time for immediate timeout, it doesn't become the one that extends, it just becomes the media. Honestly, your guess is as good as mine on that. No, wait. Now they're calling the media timeout. Okay, so they should have called it before, realized it, so now we get it now. So we'll step aside where we have a media timeout with 9:19 to play, Bronx up 8. You're watching Bronx basketball.
Madness is calling. The 2014 WAC Men's and Women's Basketball Tournament. March 12th through the 15th at Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. 16 teams battle through the brackets on their way to the big dance. Be there to see who will go home the big winner.
Ticket packages on sale now at utpabronx.com.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission. Aggie up.
Bronx country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you. 9:19 to play. The Bronx lead 44-36. Lasagna at the line. She hits the free throw. Bronx lead is cut to 7. It's 44-37. Bronx in need of a basket. Coach Tidwell yells out a play. Hill up top to Goff. Goff's pass is tipped out of bounds. Remain Bronx ball with 12 on the shot clock, 9:01 on the game clock. Ruse on a 7-2 run. Goff left wing for three, too strong. Rebound is tipped into the hands of Nazanya. That's 15 rebounds for Nazanya. Back we go the other way. And a foul. Hill called for her third.
At the line for Kansas City, number 15, Iris O'Connor.
First shot is good. Tanisha Walker and Jasmine Thompson are in. It's an 8-2 run. O'Connor is 16. Make it 17. O'Connor and Nazanya have combined for 33 of the Ruse 39 points. How about that? Brittany Bush in, Raquel Preston out. After that, you get 3 points for Leathers, 3 for White. That's it. It's been a 2-woman wrecking crew for UMKC, and you know what? It's a ball game. It's a 5-point game. And if Kansas City was shooting their season average from the line, they're 10 of 21 today. On the year, they're almost at 80%. They'd be winning right now. Bush misses. Rebound goes out. Still Bronx ball. Bronx 4 of 18 from the field here in the second half. They had been at 40%. They're now down to 34% for the game. And they're 2 of 4 from the line. You know, that's a big difference there. They haven't been getting there. The Roos have been there every time you look up. But haven't been able to capitalize, and that's why the Bronx lead is 5 right now. Because the shooting percentages are even. In fact, Kansas City, who started this game 0 of 9 from the field, has a higher shooting percentage than the Bronx right now, 34.1% to 33.9. Basketball's a funny game. Ebbs and flows, runs, counter runs. Boyd bounces in. 46-38. Check that, 46-39. Bronx lead is 7. Turnover, here come the Bronx. Thompson to Walker. Bounce looking for Bush, stolen by the Roos. Here comes Kansas City. Dutting. Top to Nazanya. Bush out to greet her. Nazanya comes in, draws the foul. Free throws when we return. That's 3 on Bush. 7:23 to play. Bronx lead is 46-39. You're watching Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg with you. 7:23 to play. Bronx lead has been cut to 46-39. Two things social media related that I would like to get to if I could. The first is a shameless plug. I've been nominated for the possibility to be named as one of the top 30 sportscasters under the age of 30. If you think I'm deserving, then I would appreciate you taking to Twitter to vote for me. All you have to do is tag me at Jonah UTPA, or you can just type my full name. I think that works just as well. Jonah Goldberg. No good on the first free throw for Nazania. And then use the hashtag 30under30STAA. You'll see a number of tweets from other supporters retweeted along my timeline at Jonah UTPA. The second shot is good. So if you think I am deserving of such an honor, I would very much appreciate you taking to Twitter, giving me a vote. If not, well, then don't vote for me. Simple as that. Boyd misses. Bush the board and the bucket! 48-40, and the Bronx can get it back to 9 with a good free throw here. Bush, a 56% free throw shooter this season.
At the line for the Bronx, number 21, Brittany Bush. Correction, foul is on number 1, Kim Nazania.
Foul is on Nazania. That's 3. Well, the Bronx would love to get her onto the bench in foul trouble. She and O'Connor each with 3, but at this point in the game, you're going to have to get them to 4 if you want them to come out of the game. Because they are the Kansas City offense. You know, Kansas City has 3 players averaging double figures. Callie White the other. Bronx have held her to 3 today. Nazania and O'Connor are getting their points. O'Connor averages 20, Nazania 13, so Nazania over her season average. O'Connor misses, tried to get the rebound, and ends up coming out to Dudding. Fresh shot clock for Kansas City. Dudding racing in, tries to put it up, gets fouled. Free throws coming up. Put it on Bush, that's her 4th. That's tough. Bush, 7 points, 8 rebounds for the Bronx today. Coach Tidwell looks to the bench and calls on Keani Clark. Bush is trying to wave over to the bench. Now both Bush and Kaylin Boyd were in on the play. Boyd has 2 fouls. I don't know. Boyd seemed to say something to one of the officials too. I don't know if they were arguing that the foul should be on Boyd instead of Bush, or if Bush waving was trying to say, don't take me out, trust me, I won't commit my 5th foul. Second shot doesn't go either. The rebound pulled in by Goff. Bronx basketball. Boyd, right wing Walker. Up top to Goff, the left wing Boyd. 6:15 to play. Walker, Boyd trolls the baseline with 2, misses on the shot. The rebound is picked up by Nazania. She's got 16 boards. A slip at center court, a travel. Oh boy. And that is going to call the trainer out. And while they look at her, we'll step aside. Lauren Dudding helped off the court, hopping on her right foot, not putting any weight on the left. Don't know if it's a foot, ankle, leg, or anything like that. Obviously, we're not going to speculate. The Bronx team doctor, team trainer Allison Davila, and UMKC's trainer Ashley Riggs all around as Riggs attends to Dudding over on the bench. In the meantime, we're back to action, 5:50 to go, and the Bronx up 9. Walker misses, the rebound tipped, and ends up in the hands of Mitchell. In fact, we go the other way. O'Connor. It off to White. 5.5 to play. Out to O'Connor. Taps her head to call it a play. Out of bounds, Bronx ball. Walker, top of the key to Knopf. Back to the right wing, Walker misses on the 3. The rebound, Nazanya, her 17th. And Clark goes over the back, her 4th. Brittany Bush is up. So one player with 4 fouls will replace another. Alexandria Hill to the table as well. Bush in, Clark out, Hill in, Walker out. Nazanya heads to the line. 1-and-1 coming up. It's foul number 8 on the Bronx. Nazanya 5 of 9 from the line, 17 points, 17 rebounds today. First is good. The other social media thing I wanted to plug was you see the hashtags at the bottom of your screen, 6th Fan and UTPA. If you would tweet those, I'd appreciate it. As would a lot of people, both current and future UTPA students. Second free throw, good. Right now, we're in 3rd place in the NCAA 6th Fan competition. Long story short, if we win, we get $100,000 in general scholarships. Goff hits the jumper. Bronx lead 51-42. O'Connor racing her way in, misses the layup, the rebound Bush. Over to Boyd, ahead to Hill. Back to Boyd. To vote, all you have to do is use those 2 hashtags in any tweet or Facebook post. You can vote once per day per medium. Bush gets fouled going for the layup, she's headed to the line. And then the 3rd way to vote, so you can vote up to 3 times per day this way, go to 6thfan.ncaa.com. That's 6thfan.ncaa.com. And vote for UTPA. You'll see us right at the top. We're currently in 3rd, trying to pass Kentucky. And then it's Arkansas State for the top spot. You'll see all the rules. If you enter at the website, Bush hits the first, 10-point lead. You'll actually be entered to win an iPad Air. They're giving away, I think, 1 per round. And then at the end, they'll be giving away an all-expenses-paid trip to the 2015 Men's Final Four. So, vote every day. Yeah, Facebook, Twitter, and using your email address at 6thfan.ncaa.com. You can also vote on Facebook and Twitter at 6thfan.ncaa.com. And it'll just make the post for you. And encourage other people to vote, which always helps the cause. And Boyd called for a foul, and she doesn't like it. Has this big smile on her face, threw her hands in the air, now her hands are on her hips. And Bronx have been whistled for fouls all night. White hits the first. 21 fouls compared to 14 on Kansas City. Second shot is good. 52-44. Goff, Boyd, Goff, Hill, Bush, Thompson, jumper, good. 54-44. O'Connor racing her way in. Boyd gets the steal and then gets pushed to the ground. That should be a 1-and-1 when we return. 3:40 to play. The Bronx lead is 10. This is Bronx basketball.
Madness is calling. The 2014 WAC Men's and Women's Basketball Tournament. March 12th through the 15th at Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. 16 teams battle through the brackets on their way to the big dance. Be there to see who will go home the big winner.
Ticket packages on sale now at utpabronx.com.
Brave and bold, silver and gold.
We're on a mission.
Aggie up.
Bronx country just got a whole lot bigger.
Mighty Wolverines of UVU.
Join the herd. Lopes up.
Bold moves, big season, grew up.
We are the new gold standard.
We will be champions.
We are the Western Athletic Conference.
Kaylin Boyd at the line, hits the first, she'll get a second. Bronx lead is 11, 3:40 to play. Both good, lead is 12. Full court press for the Bronx. O'Connor. It's the front court. Comes in, shot over Boyd, doesn't go. Rebound. Ended up in the hands of Goff, but she stepped out of bounds, so it's Kangaroos basketball with 3:24 to play. Update for the men's game, 8:23 left there, and Bronx up 63-45. Layup doesn't go. Thompson batting the rebound and bodies fly. And Nazanya just fouled out of the game. Well, that is gigantic. Nazanya finishes her night with 19 points and 17 rebounds. That leaves only 3 players on the roster who have scored tonight for Kansas City. Elise O'Connor, who has 17 points and is playing with 4 fouls. 5 points for White, 3 for Leathers. Kelsey Barnwell is in. I mean, White's the only other one that's taken more than 2 shots. So only 3 players have taken more than 2 shots, and one of them has just fouled out for Kansas City. Boyd, it's the first free throw. Off the front iron, rebound is grabbed by Boyd. Ends up on the ground, able to hold her dribble, and the Bronx call a 30-second timeout to retain possession with 3:13 to play and 26 on the shot clock.
The UTPA Alumni Association and Walmart are all official sponsors of the University of Texas Pan American Intercollegiate Athletic.
Well, I wonder now if the Bronx will tilt their defense towards O'Connor. You know, before when you have both Nazanya and O'Connor out there, you can't double them. Because then one of them's going to be open, or if you double them both, then you've got a lot of other players open. So there's been some zone, there's been some man-to-man, but now, with Nazanya out, if you double O'Connor, the rest of the Kangaroos are combined for 8 points. So you can try and take O'Connor out of the equation, and then while it may leave an open roof from time to time, it won't be someone that's taking more than 6 shots, so you like your chances. O'Connor averages 20 points per game. She's really good. She's having another strong game today. Thompson at the top with 5, tries the jumper, blocked from behind by Mitchell, grabbed by Bush, throws it up, misses the rim at the buzzer. It's a shot clock violation. And it is Kangaroos basketball with 2:47 to play. Shot doesn't go. Rebound Bush. To the head to Boyd. 2:20 to go. Left corner, Goff for 3. Yes! Dagger! 60-44 with 2:10 to go. Bronx playing. Yep, they double O'Connor there. Touch foul. Really it was after the shot. And I think that might be what they're discussing. Or they're discussing who was on since there are 2 players standing there. Yep, yeah. Put it on Goff for second. O'Connor hits the first. .45 with 1:50 to play. And Boyd is going to let that clock tick down. Goff bobs to Bush at the top. Bush steps right, feeds Hill. 2 on the shot clock. Pass to Goff, left wing for 3 at the buzzer. It's good! Shante Goff! Well, that play couldn't have worked out any better. Bronx took 30 seconds off the clock and got a 3 to go up 18 with 1:15 left. Leathers scores 63-47. Goff cuts to the lane, misses the basket, gets her own rebound, passes it out to Hill, and then stolen right out of her hands by O'Connor. O'Connor coming to the basket, no good but a foul. And O'Connor's going to head to the line. to try and reach 20 points. Hill just got called for a 4th foul. Bronx over the limit. 2 free throws coming up for O'Connor. 34.5 seconds left. And the hey, hey, goodbye chant starting from the Bronx faithful. No good, a rebound by Bush, so the Bronx can run it down to about 4.5 seconds. Hill's got it. Heavy pressure. Past the right corner, Thompson. Bronx will pass it around. Give Kansas City, hey, they get the turnover. Here comes Mitchell racing up the court. Mitchell, right elbow leaner, goes in. 63-50, the shot clock off with 13.7 left. That's gonna be the first a foul by O'Connor with 7.9 seconds left. O'Connor just fouled out. Well, O'Connor had herself a ball game. 19 points, 5 boards, a steal, 7 of 17 shooting. Uncharacteristic 5 of 10 from the line. Uncharacteristic in that she's a great free thrower. She is probably the best in the conference, 87%. But she got there a lot, which is normal. Goff, it's the first shot. And the second. $65-50. And that's your ball game. Do not count that 3 you saw at the buzzer. Final score, Bronx 65, Kansas City 50. Well, a heck of an effort by UTPA to get back to 500 in conference. And improved to 8-9 on the season. Well, we're going to take a look at your final numbers in just a second, and then we're expected to be joined by Bronx head coach Larry Tidwell in just a minute or two. Coach Tidwell and his players always thank the fans before they go back into the locker room. They take maybe about 10 minutes or so to do this. And while they do that, we usually talk with Coach Tidwell after he finishes thanking some of the players. Oh. Be joined by Coach Tidwell right now, and Coach, you know, you get back to 500 in conference play. You got to be happy with that.
Exactly. I mean, we beat a very good team that was on a very good roll, and we just played great defense, held them to 32% shooting. And we hit a few shots tonight. We shot 37%, but we have a chance to be a pretty special team if we'll make some shots.
Early in the game, you were able to hold Kansas City 0 of their first 9 for the field, 1 of their first 12. What was your defense doing so well?
We just play hard. I've got kids that will try to get in the passing lane. They'll try to guard you, and that's what we do. We play hard and did a good job tonight on the boards. You know, Brittany Bush with 13 boards. I mean, and she's sick, and so we're trying to get her back from the bad back. So you know, she's working hard. Shantae Goff with 24, Jasmine Thompson 13. We had a lot of people step up. We got a big game coming up Saturday, and I hope we get a lot of fans out to support this team because we are representing not only UTPA but the Valley extremely well.
And finally, Shantae Goff, 24 points today.
Yeah, she did. She's really good. She's a good player. And so you just get it to her.
That is the best way to put it. Coach Tidwell, thank you so much for joining us.
Okay, thank you.
Bronx pick up a 65-50 win. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll look at the final numbers. This is Bronx basketball.
Here, we understand how a team is the result of being part of something larger than yourself, creating a better outcome and a better tomorrow. Doctors Hospital Renaissance is proud to support the University of Texas Pan American Bronx.
Dr. Pena, does LASIK surgery work?
LASIK surgery is America's most frequently performed elective procedure. In fact, I've helped thousands of patients see better.
Dr. Pena.
Call me Raulito.
Thousands and thousands. Raulito, are you sure?
Is that thing on?
Yes.
Follow me. I had to put him somewhere. It's a big project.
That's a lot of successful operations. Call Dr. Raulito Pena at 661-UC.
The phone keeps ringing. Gotta make room.
It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Come in today and claim your Red Tax cash on just about all of our Buick and GMC inventory. It's the Red Tax Sales event at South Texas Buick GMC. Not the biggest, just the best.
Welcome back out to the UTPA Fieldhouse. Jonah Goldberg riding with you on Bronx postgame. Bronx beat Kansas City 65-50. Bronx 8-9, 2-2 in WAC play. Kansas City 6-11, also 2-2 in WAC play. Kansas City led by Kim Nizania, 19 points, 17 rebounds, 6 of 15 from the field, 7 of 11 from the line with a steal. 19 points for Elise O'Connor, 7 of 17 from the field, 5 of 10 from the line, 4 boards and a steal. After that, it was 5 points for Taylor Leathers, 5 for Callie White, 2.7 rebounds, Grace Mitchell. The Kangaroos, 16 of 49 from the field, that is 32.7%. 1 of 10 from behind the arc, and 17 of 33 from the line, 52%. 44 boards, 12 offensive, compared to 43 and 15 by the Bronx. Bronx led in scoring by Shantae Goff. Goff finished with a whopping 24 points, which is 1 point short of her career high. 10 of 20 shooting, 2 of 7 from behind the arc, 2 of 2 from the line, 4 boards and a steal. 13 points, Jasmine Thompson, 6 of 15 shooting, 1 of 2 from the line, 7 boards, 5 offensive, 2 assists and a steal as well. 8 points, 13 rebounds, Brittany Bush, 3 of 9 from the field, 2 of 3 from the line, 3 assists, a block, and a steal. 7 points for Kaylin Boyd, went 5 of 7 from the line, 2 offensive boards, 3 assists, and 2 steals. 6 points for Alexandria Hill. She went 2 of 5 from behind the arc. 3 points for Tanisha Walker. 2 points, 3 rebounds for Kiani Clark, and 2 points for Sherelle Price. The Bronx, 25 for 68 from the field. That is 37%. 6 of 24 from behind the arc, 25%, and 9 of 13 from the line, 69%. Points in the paint, Bronx with 22, Kangaroos 16. Points off turnovers, the Bronx 14, Kangaroos 10. Second chance points, Bronx 17, Kangaroos 9. Fast break, 6 each. Here's a number. The Bronx had 28 points off the bench. The Kangaroos didn't have any. There were no lead changes. There were no ties. I'll give you all these numbers, but the only ones that matter. 65-50, the Bronx beat Kansas City in WAC play. Well, the Bronx will be back in action on Saturday when they play host to Chicago State. It's a 7 o'clock start, 6:45 with the pregame. You can catch all the action right here on 956sports.com. If you're in the Valley, we expect to see you out here. Doors open at 6. It's Freddie Gonzalez night. We'll be honoring Freddie Gonzalez, who's the late Edinburgh war hero, and his mother Dolia will be in attendance. So we hope to see you all out here on Freddie Gonzalez night on Saturday. But that'll do it for us from the UTPA Fieldhouse. I'd like to thank everybody out there for tuning in. This has been a presentation of Bronx Basketball. For more information, you can log on to utpabronx.com. If you'd ever like to reach us, send an email. Our contact information is up on the website under Inside Athletics. Click on Staff Directory. But for now, for Jim Bob Sides in the control room and the entire camera crew, this is Jonah Goldberg saying good night from the UTPA Fieldhouse. Bronx win 65-50.